away, but.
A fantastic job by Wendy, and quite the honor, I'm sure, for the Bonilla family to have such a wonderful human being in Corey Jones, wearing that name on his back and then performing the way that he did today. A honor that will for sure be carried on throughout the entirety of the rest of this series. All right, the Northern Loonies and Golden State Retrievers set to go head-to-head for the Women's Championship at TCO Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota, here on Fox Sports. Thank you so much for being with us on a beautiful summer evening in the Twin Cities. I'm Nick Gismondi alongside my partner, who's crushing it, Abby Gustitis, and of course, Wendy Young will be down pitch side as we look at that Retrievers lineup. I know we're talking about Ruby Tui, but wow, she's been great.
She has been great, right in the mix of things. A few breakaways earlier on, but presence on the defensive side as well. Lo Cicero was ever involved. And then over to the Loonies. They really came together. They built into that first semifinal matchup. A lot of Canadians. We always speak to Alev Kelter, but Shalaya, Valenzuela, as well as Olivia de Couvreur made their presence known on the pitch.
This one getting ready to go, and it will be a fantastic finish under the lights in Minnesota. It's the Loonies and the Golden State Retrievers looking to do something, and if it is anything like the matches that we have seen today, you can count on a very physical, very hard-fought, closely scoring, last-minute decision-making final, I would say.
Both teams took a minute to get into their style of play, to build into their system. So I think whichever of these sides can kick this match straight off will be at the advantage to build into this 14 minutes.
14 is what it'll take. It's gonna be a big one. Only one match of the 7 has had a differential of more than 7 points. How about that?
That just shows you how competitive it is, how even-keeled all of these teams are. And we'll see first possession here to the Loonies. It's gonna be a left-hand scrum. They're right at that 15-meter line.
So the ref will, time is off, and we're back. Just keeping things straight down there. She's done a fantastic job all day. Well officiated across the board. A lot of credit deserved to the officials today.
Yes, a lot of talking. I know you're enjoying the conversation between ref and player. It is one of the incredible things about this sport. They give you the opportunity to right your wrong before you're penalized for it. But speaking of Alev Kelter, as we do, she takes her team past the halfway, but it is a turnover. And Friend with ball in hand. We haven't seen her scorch down the pitch just yet.
Seneca Friend had a good hustle right there after a couple of quick turnovers, so it's back in the hand of Kelter for the Loonies as just a moment or so has expired from this clock. A little bit of a slow start, but now things have ramped up considerably.
Couple of exchanges of possession early on. Both teams lacking that support, so we're seeing some breakaways, but then the turnovers within the ruck. They need to have that quicker support in order to maintain that ball.
Loonies working it across the pitch, east to west, and trying to get north on it, but just holding on.
Valenzuela disappointed with that one, gives the hands a little shake out, but a knock-on scene from her will give this ball to the Retrievers.
It was a good look at Liz Tafuna. She was fantastic in the semifinals earlier today.
So remember this scrum, it pulls in those 4 players from each side, so you have 3 in your back line with almost an entire width of pitch to utilize.
Exposure at a premium into the hands of Zanaletto to the middle. Yes, it's a try, and the first 5 on the board go to the Retrievers from the Golden State out west. And at the 4:22 mark, it's a quick score, and the Retrievers lead it 5-rip.
Seumanutafa, the Brazilian woman playing center, matched up against Kelter, but she puts in a left foot step and then just backs herself. So messy ball outside the scrum, great ball from Foster, and then goes off the left, shifts the weight of the defense, and then backs herself and dives in. Emphatic put down, and the Golden State Retrievers are flying into this final.
Oh, you gotta love it, and you knew they were gonna come out hard. And certainly a good performance, and you know, the Retrievers have had that spunk, but as we've said, this is one of those ones that don't get too comfortable with the score right now, because 7 doesn't mean too much just yet.
You definitely can never be comfortable in the game of sevens, but kick not going 10 meters again, so ball back in the Loonies' hands.
Loonies making a push, trying to get something going here. How about this pushing effort? But the ball comes out of hand, and it's recovered by Seneca Friend. Tries to get it over to Liz Tafuna, but can't hold on. And they'll blow that whistle with 2:56 to go in the first.
Again, Alev Kelter on the move for her side, getting on the front foot, but Ruby too, we spoke about her defensive efforts earlier on. She hits Kelter from behind, knocks this one loose, and a few changes seen here on both sides, and then it will be the Retrievers' ball.
Little Cicero on the Retrievers' side, and Couvreur on the Looney side. Substitutions prevalent in these finals, definitely some tired legs and lungs.
You actually get 7 subs in this tournament, which is a little different than the typical law of only 5 subs. So giving you those extra 2 players to utilize.
And you and I were talking about that on the ride over to the pitch this morning. A lot of that has to do with the compactness of this schedule, especially today when things were even concised further because of weather delays.
Right, it's a short turnaround between games, and we want the highest level of rugby here. And getting those extra 2 subs can provide that.
Over the hands of Seneca Friend, and she does a nice job to hustle to pick it up, and that effort keeps it in the possession of the Retrievers, as Megan Foster is locked down in battle with the Loonies, all trying to get the ball loose, and that'll be a quick one.
Kelter bullies her way through that ruck, and then Foster illegally holds on to that ball. So again, a fair exchange of infringements, and Loonies taking a breath here, a minute and a half left to go, calling for that scrum. As you can see, we're all the way to the edge of the pitch at that 5-meter line. So still full pitch. You have Kelter at center, potentially looking to be a threat on that ball. Right, Tafuna coming back in, organizing their scrums. And then it's a 3v3 battle. There is so much space out there. Talk about athleticism. We're about to see some on display, I hope. Oh, but it is a free kick from the Loonies. She taps it illegally, not supporting their body weight. So Retrievers have to retreat 10 meters.
If you're new to Rugby Sevens, so many little intricacies in terms of the how and the when. And the Loonies trying to make some moves on that far side. Crossley to Kelter. And Alev trying to make something happen, and it'll be picked up by Crossley to the hands of Seumanutafa. Will she find the try zone? Yes, she will. And it's the 5, Shosh Seumanutafa with the try with 16 to go, and it is a 7-5 match now as the Loonies find the board with 10 to go.
Shosh Seumanutafa has the ball in 2 hands, a little swerve, a little step, and some speed, putting that ball down. And they are right back in this. Conversion did not go through the uprights, so no good. That means score remains 5 points to 7, yet can still have this kickoff to come. So time is up. We've seen this a lot today, but we will have this restart. So Retrievers will have the opportunity to play on or kick it out if they regain this possession.
Abby, there's a lot of stars down on the pitch, but you're #1 today in my heart. Crushing it up here. Thank you so much. Just a fantastic job by our entire crew, as well as our entire broadcast team, both Abby and Wendy. Pleasure to be alongside of them on this restart. Now it's a hustle, and look at this. And the Retrievers make something happen before the half, and a dagger, perhaps some room, but a great tackle. The pitch happens, and the passing of the Retrievers on full display as Kelly Smith makes a move, tries to split through the middle at midfield, and some contact has everyone down and slow to get back up to their feet. That is Taejah Thompson down right at about that half mark.
Illegal from the Loonies, so not rolling away. That will be a penalty back to the Retrievers as time is off on the pitch. Our medical staff are right there looking after one of the Loonies. I believe it is Thompson who is down, so she'll be taken care of. As you can see, Loonies just gathering up, but it looks like she took a kick to the face in a tackle against just a little inadvertent contact. Nothing harsh there, but we want to make sure she's okay. Looks like she's walking herself off the pitch. Here's a look here. Kelter taking Smith down, and you can see her left leg just swings up and over, taking her teammate out. And I'll tell you, Alev Kelter has some strong legs, so that could not have felt too good. But hopefully Thompson is all right, just a little superficial.
Toughest athletes I've ever seen. A fantastic job there, and Thompson up on her feet. We'll keep you updated and let you know how she is as that ball is kicked into touch and into the stands. And halftime at TCO Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota. We're on Fox. It's a difference of 2 as the Retrievers looking to punch a big win and pick up 13 points. We got more coming up for you. Don't go anywhere. The score is 7-5. 1 half to go. Me too. I'll get all that from you when we get back. Premier Rugby Sevens is brought to you by Good Sport. Good Sport is the official sports drink of Premier Rugby Sevens. Grab the good. And the score in this one tight. What a surprise. 7-5 at the half. Pleasure to have you along here from TCO Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota. I'm Nick Kismani. Pleasure to have you guys along. My partner is Abby Gostaitis, and Wendy Young is down pitch side for us. She's got all the info, and we'll check in with her in just a moment to get an update on where these coaches are thinking things are at the half. But right before we get kicked off, your thoughts, Abby, on what we can expect to see in this final 7 minutes.
Competitive is what that first half was, but a little too many errors and penalties for me in order to build and on that cohesion. Just minimizing those errors will allow for that. The physicality still present.
Off the foot. Off the knee.
You hear the official's voice just letting you know what is happening in terms of where that contact is with the ball.
Pass ball down. Yeah.
Referee just put her hands up for time off. It sounds like the conversation between the head ref and the AR, that's the assistant referee on the pitch. It was no wrap tackle.
Blue, yes.
So saying it was a shoulder charge, that is illegal because it's not looking after the safety of the player. So that will be a sin bid, and this is a huge moment. The Retrievers will be down to 6 women for the next 2 minutes.
And 2 minutes, a large amount of time when you're talking about only playing 7. And early on here, some crucial moments. Obviously, not what you're looking for, but safety of the players
No strike into
so
the ball.
paramount. But we'll see what happens as the Retrievers will have a seat in the sin bin for, as you said, the 2 minutes here. And I love that you guys call it sin bin as well.
No, I'm gonna
Fantastic
play.
phrasing.
Cut!
So we already know there's a ton of space on the pitch with 7 on the field. Now, Retrievers will have to cover that same amount with only 6. So huge advantage for the Loonies, especially when you have threats like Kelter, Valenzuela lurking around.
Bauder hands it off to Gonzalez, trying to make it work. Ball is down.
Side entry.
And as you can hear the officials say, that was a side entry.
Side. Tackler has to come through the gate.
Again, we talk about the gate in rugby. That means you have to come square north to south as you go to poach that ball. Tafuna did not do so. So they have the woman overlap. Can they make it count? And the answer is no. You see what that means to the Retrievers. They are amped. They stopped them from scoring from a dangerous position.
Yeah, I hear them. That's fine. Bring them on. I have no scrum yet.
Defense has been fantastic. Across the board, I believe
Blue,
that this
don't delay.
Retrievers
We have this
franchise has been good. We saw it on the men's side as well. So
If you're going too
obviously
close,
there's some communicating going on, but between teams. But I'll tell you what, great stuff by this Retrievers team and the defense that they're on display here with.
It's definitely exciting. Their first time out here in our PR7s league, and they have shown up just down to 6 players here, but they got the turnover. They're looking to slow things down with that scrum. Can they get out of this 5 meters away from their try zone?
Well, they've been hemmed into the 5-meter area for quite some time right now, trying to get it up, and this is perhaps the biggest extension we've seen while that penalty has been in play. And another great pass. Here's an opportunity running into the official just a little bit, but the Retrievers coming up on that midfield spot, locked into battle. A lot of tackling, and this is the physicality that we expected to see. Retrievers now with some movement and some momentum. It just goes over the hands of Tafuna. 4:01 to go in the second. Difference is 2.
Come on.
Disappointment there for the Retrievers, but they are back to their full complement. You see Norlander coming back into the field of play. So we're in that 7v7 yet again, but Ruby Tui there for me. She picks at the base of the ruck. It's a brilliant read. However, that pass just doesn't go to hand. It goes over to Funa into touch. So another turnover here. So it's that line out to the Loonies. Ball is in play. Loonies able to maintain possession, but tackles are coming in from the Retrievers. Body on body here. Couvreur, such a presence. Takes 2 Retrievers out.
It's a rock. It's still in.
Yet the ruck is messy. Ball in one hand. She sends it, but it goes straight into touch. So that will be a line out to the Retrievers. Not her best option there.
Well, and with all of those options, why go with that?
I think she might have just panicked a little bit. She needed to back herself, step off her right foot, jam back into the field of play where her teammates were, but instead opted for that kick. And we have ourselves another line out, but this time the women in blue with ball in hand.
The Retrievers with 2:56 to go, and big moments here with a score differential of just 2. We told you earlier just how tight these matches have been all day long through the semifinals into the finals. A fantastic conclusion on the men's side with the Rocky Mountain experts winning, and now just 2:50 away from a decision here, and a big pull down by the Loonies.
Big pull down, but bigger turnover from Ruby Tui. I have seen her do that so many times in the black jersey, and now she's doing it for the Retrievers in her debut in PR7s.
Such a fantastic effort. And that kick will also go into touch.
So this is also an interesting call for me. They just had a line out and had it stolen from the Loonies, yet they're backing themselves and going for take 2. And this time it does work. They maintain that ball.
A nice payoff, and the Retrievers at midfield with some momentum in the hands of Megan Foster, the 11 on the far side. The pitch across to Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith throws it in reverse to Los Cicero. Trying to find some space, and she's tackled down.
Great turnover yet again to Couvreur this time. Low body height, strong body position. But we're seeing a lot of jackling because we're not seeing the support from the attacking side. They're letting their teammates run away and not getting there to seal that ruck.
Loonies now have that possession on the turnover. Good shot in an effort, and what a takedown that was. Oh, a huge tackle.
Not rolling away from the Retrievers, so it will be the Loonies ball. And my heart is racing up here, so I can only imagine how those players are feeling down there on the pitch. Just 1 minute to go, 2-point game, and everything on the line.
There have been 0 points in this second half, and that is just how tightly contested this has been. We said it was either going to be high scoring and physical or one or the other, and right now we're getting low scoring but oh so physical.
So a lot of times that can result from going on these one-off runs by yourself, not necessarily building the pressure and working the team side to side. Everyone starts to have a go, and that's where we're seeing these turnovers in the breakdown as well. Another free kick awarded. Loonies are down 2, so they need to get in the try zone if they want to walk away with the 13 points from this stop.
13 big points. Kelter with it, the 1, hustling to the far side, meets contact, stays on her feet, and is taken down again.
No!
All comes out, all is well. Loonies having to come back just a smidge to open up space along this right side. They'll try on now the near side. Big hustle over, what a patch to the hands of Gonzalez. Efforting here, Gonzalez to the hands of Seumanutafa. Tackle is down. My partner's anticipation growing. Peehikuru. Tackle is down. The Loonies still have possession. Horn is gone. Down is taken. A tackle by Gonzalez. The Loonies still holding on. This is their last push. One more tackle. Ball comes out to the hands of Seumanutafa.
Loonies getting a little loose with their play, but can they get in the try zone? Do we have ourselves another winner? And it is Gonzalez, the woman born right here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, scoring, securing that victory for the Loonies. What a finish. We have said that phrase so many times today, but again, it did not disappoint. That was one of the best passages of play I've seen from the Loonies today. Just able to build that momentum, build that pressure, and I loved it. And what a finish.
Incredible, and it was Renee Gonzalez after things got a little bit loose, but a fantastic effort, and it was the passing and that teamwork, and they managed to keep themselves focused and cemented. What a team effort right there by the Loonies.
Everyone touched that ball in that final passage of play. They started to throw a few wonky offloads, but they were able to maintain their composure and get down the pitch into the try zone. And Alev Kelter with a great strike, but it just falls a little short, yet it does not matter. 10 points to 7. The Loonies with their first ever tournament victory.
And 13 big points, and that just sets them up very well for the next event, which is in San Jose on the 15th of July. Abby, overall, the performance of everyone fantastic, and I think the big thing that stands out to me, and feel free to add on to this, but the dichotomy is impressive. These are very evenly balanced teams across this Western Conference.
Clearly, we've seen from the score lines how close every single matchup is. Have a look there. The Loonies walk away with first prize in the 13 points, followed by the Retrievers with 6. And then it's that big drop off. Loggerheads just 3, and then 1 for the Experts. Yet we have San Jose coming up. So more points up for grabs, and still every team can go to DC for that championship event.
And that championship event coming up in August, and wow, is it going to be a finish. There is much more to come before that, including some fireworks at TCO Stadium. There were certainly fireworks all day long, and what a finish in this women's final. It's 10-7, the Loonies with the heartbreaker. By the way, they scored with 20 seconds left in the first half and no time on the clock in the second in order to secure that victory. What a performance, and Minnesota doing it right, lighting up the sky of TCO Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota. Congrats to all of the teams, the competitors, the staff, and our entire broadcast crew on what was a fantastic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for being with us. We will see you on June 15th in San Jose, California. Congratulations to the Northern Loonies, the women's winner, and to the Rocky Mountain Experts, the winner on the men's side. Also, to all of our players of the tournament and our entire staff. For Abby, Gustatus, and Wendy Young, I'm Nick Gismondi. Thanks for watching Premier Rugby Sevens on Fox Sports. We will see you in San Jose.